So here's where all the viscometer stuff stays. And now I'm going to show you how to calibrate it. Okay, down here, these are extra capillaries in here. There should be. And usually they'll stay in these two containers. And if you look on here, you'll find this number was the one that matched up to the capillary we're using and the calibration that you had to choose on the computer. This is the one we're using, and it has this range. Now this is in units of poise. The machine gives it in units of centipoise, I think. So for this capillary, it has this range. This capillary, it's a little bit smaller, has this range. Both of these use the gold beads. Right here. You just need one of them. If you ever lose the gold bead, you have to recalibrate the machine. Or if you ever have to use a different capillary, you have to recalibrate it for that capillary and that bead. If you want to do something less viscous, like water, no, don't show me. Okay. Then you want to use the smaller capillaries. And these don't have a calibration for them yet, so you have to do one if you want to use them. And you use these steel beads. There are other kinds of beads you could order from Anton Par, but these work just fine for us. Alright, to calibrate it, we use one of these three fluids. These are our standards. This is very viscous. This is the N1000, less viscous, the S200, and even less viscous, the S60. Each one of these has a table associated with it. This one is on it, and you can see it has the temperature, and at any given temperature, what it should be, dynamic viscosity, the density. You'll use that. S200 and the S60 have a page like this. So let's go back around here. Okay, so let's say that you've taken your capillary and you filled it up, properly, and you put it in. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is really important. Don't ever tip the capillary upside down without having the cap in or without having your finger over it, because the gold bead will slip out, and you don't ever want to lose it. So just don't tip it upside down. You can do that, just hold it like this. On the computer, when you open it up, it's normally here at the new measurements. What you want to do is go down to setup and then do the third one is measuring systems. You come up here, you can change this so that you know what capillary it refers to and so that you know the temperature that you're going to use it for. Now for this one, we use the S200. This one's already been calibrated. And we went to this sheet right here, and we looked at 25 degrees. The dynamic viscosity should be 408.7. And make sure your units are the same. And this is the density. You enter the temperature, the name, and the viscosity, and the corresponding density. These two, because the bead can fall out and can get stuck in the top, don't drop this below 75 when you're calibrating it. Just leave it at 75. You want to get as many angles to calibrate at as possible, so you do the max at 90. So just leave this one at 90. You can leave this at 75 for whatever calibrations you're doing. And then once you've put your sample in, fixed all this information the way you want it and the name, all you have to do is hit calibrate. And then it will come out and give you the K1 constants that it uses, so that now you remember this name, you come back to the measuring, and when you're doing a new measurement, you come down and make sure that your measuring system is the same. That's all you have to do to calibrate it.